So I feel like one of the challenges would be um, setup. Like when I say that is like when you're a new agent, you don't really know what structure to kind of
Mhm.
have for your clients. So you're like all over the place. You know what I mean? And then the second thing I would say is training. So I feel like training is definitely vital just because this is something brand new. You don't really know the ropes. And
Mhm.
so having those tools and resources and a mentor as well can definitely, expedite that process for you. So I would say those were
Mm.
the two challenges that I faced initially.
Hey gang, this is Mike Headley. We are back. Another great episode on the Headley Group Real Estate Show. Missing y'all. Haven't filmed actually in a few weeks. We got some talent. This show we're gonna gear towards newbies into the business. And you're maybe slightly confused. You feel as though you may question why'd you get into the business? Or you may get inspired because this young lady right here has done something phenomenal before she actually got a real estate license. And we're going to touch on all that great stuff. We just give a warm welcome to Miss Denisha Williams, Folk Realty, and her cleaning company, if I may add. It is Wendy's Luxury and Cleaning Co. Denisha, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
How we doing? I ain't messing up, did I?
I feel great. No, you didn't mess up. Everything's
I ain't
good.
messing up. You feel great. Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, we like to be very transparent because a lot of times with my guests, I like to know, hey, listen, this is where I met this person at. This is where I met this person at. And again, a lot of these great people we have meet them at different events, conferences. And in this particular case, I met Denisha at a NARAB conference. And we was in the session and we started talking about real estate. And we started talking. I said, hey, what you're doing, I think it'd be great for our viewers. And she obliged, correct?
Yes, absolutely. I signed up for the challenge.
That's right. Signed up for the challenge. So, Denise, right now, the show is about you. So, the people want to know, okay, you're a licensed real estate agent in the state of where?
Florida. Licensed real estate agent in the state of Florida. Yes.
State of Florida. Okay. So, now you got into the business. You know, we ask every guest this. A lot of times people want to know, well, what always sparked you? What made you say, let me go this route? You know, was it an infomercial or was it a family member or peer, or you just idolized somebody who was in this industry? What made Denisha say, I want to get a real estate license to sell real estate?
Well, it's a twofold answer to that. So initially, I got into this business because one, I would be able to serve people, and I always love serving my community. Two, I did idolize my current broker, which is Daneesha. Prior to becoming an agent, she really, showed me that anything's possible in the real estate industry. And so having her guidance alongside of me and, of course, pursuing real estate, I feel like it was like the greatest thing I could have done.
Nice. So we said license, you said a year and some change. Now, how long exactly?
A year, yes.
Oh yeah, 1 year. 1 year. So when's your anniversary?
I would say
June?
Yeah, June.
Okay. And I'm going somewhere with it. That's why I asked you this.
I see. Okay, I'm following.
Yeah, I'm going somewhere with it. So, and the reason why I say is you'd be surprised that there's so many people get into the industry during pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you was inspired by your broker, right? Two-part foes.
Correct.
Inspired to get into the business. So.
Yeah, just the willingness and of course leadership.
Okay, so not trying to put you on the spot here, right? And and again, we want to be transparent. Have you closed anything since being in the business?
I have closed something since being in the business.
Yeah, nice. And because my first deal, but just be transparent, I didn't close anything after about 6 or 7 months into the business. Yeah, it was a little bit. Some people just hit it right out the gate, right out the park. Yeah, some people got it.
Mm-hmm.
Been in the business for that period of time. Now, because I want to highlight the challenges. And that's where I really want to focus on. This is where I think people can learn from, and how you are working towards to overcoming, and just how you're dealing with it. If I had to ask you 2 challenges, I'm quite sure there's more. Just give us 2 for the sake of time.
Yes.
2 good challenges. 2 challenges that you may see where a newbie into the business may question why they got into the business.
Okay. So I feel like one of the challenges would be setup. Like, when I say that, is like when you're a new agent, you don't really know what structure to kind of have for your clients. So you're like all over the place. You know what I mean? And then the second thing I would say is training. So I feel like training is definitely vital, just because this is something brand new. You don't really know the ropes. And so having those tools and resources, and a mentor as well, can definitely, expedite that process for you. So I would say those were the 2 challenges that I faced initially.
Initially. Okay.
Correct.
What, and we love examples. I ain't tell you to give us no names, put nobody on the spot, but we love examples. So
Absolutely.
give us an example where you said, what is this? So go ahead and go.
So I would say the first thing is, like, when I did get my first client, to like get that process started, I didn't really know, like, how to submit an offer, like, or how to, like, because, I jumped in this, and then I jumped in, it was like, swim or drown type deal. And so, I feel like what I know now, I would have had, like, kind of like a process in place prior, so that it's not only a seamless process for my client, but it's a seamless process for me too. And so learned that part. And then the second piece, when I talked about training, is that, in real estate and most brokerages, they do provide training, which is great. And also factoring in that some things you just don't learn, like, through training. You have to, like, go through to really learn. So I feel like that piece of it was kind of like a hindrance in the beginning. But of course, with my broker, with her resources, she kind of gave me the guidance I need for that.
Gotcha. And you're currently still with the same brokerage since being active?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And the reason why, again, I highlight that is 2 things. Anytime we bring on some talent here, as the broker, well, I say a lot of things, but 2 most important things I say. 2 things I can't teach you is initiative and commitment. I can't teach that.
Right.
Either you have it, you got it, or you learn to develop it.
Correct.
Initiative and commitment. All right. So I think the broker nor the firm should not chase you down to help you be successful. You agree? By being in the business? All right. Okay. And the reason why, so it has to be, now still, the brokerage needs the support. If they say during the interview process, we provide 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, instead of providing the pretty view, so to speak, just to bring you on board, just to bring a new talent. But we need to actually say, hey, this is what we're going to do, and we're going to follow up from an action standpoint. This is what we do to support our team. You agree with that?
Absolutely. I mean, to chime into that, like, I feel like I had what I needed from the jump. It was just like, like I said, sometimes you kind of are strong-headed and you're like, okay, I can figure this out myself. You know what I mean? And so if I would have just felt like, like I just would have opened up my broker, like, hey, this is what I'm facing, I'm sure she would have jumped in and gave me the resources, because as soon as I got out of my own way and I did start asking her questions, that's when I started to see progress for sure. So it definitely helps.
I like that. I like the vulnerability and the transparency you just now revealed, because it's been proven. I was the same way. It's been proven systems work.
Yes.
Do you tweak them? Of course you do, right? You make them your own. But if the top tier broker agents is in this category, because usually the top 20% sell 80% of the business,
right?
And this is what they're doing. This is the systems. Why are you tweaking? I mean, why are you?
Your own system or something. You don't have to make it all, write it all over again.
Exactly. Because 99% of the time, whatever challenges you face has been challenged
done already.
All right, and there's an answer for it. All right. So I definitely appreciate your vulnerability and expressing that, because, like you said, people just want to make their own. They want to do things the way they want to do it.
Of course.
So now we said, systems are so effective. What would you say to picking a brokerage? Now, and again, I want to make this clear. This is not a shot against Folk Realty. That's the company you're with. Because I don't want them seeing and saying, what she didn't, so it's not shot on. But if you was advising neighbor, friend, little sister, or somebody you met you on the street, or a client that might be getting interested into the business, what are 3 things that you would tell them? Say, this was exactly what you need to look out for when you're picking a brokerage.
That is a great question. So I would say this. Definitely want to inquire if they have training and resources available to you. And if so, like how available will it be? Is it only for a certain amount of time, or will it be, throughout your whole career with them, or what have you? Another question would be, you want to see clearly what they're producing. Because it's like, if I join a brokerage that doesn't make any sales, it's like, you are a product of your environment type deal. So definitely want to kind of do your research in regards to like the broker history and things like that, if they're going to be leading you. And I would say the third thing would be, I guess, the environment of the brokerage too. So like, because at the end of the day, we're all entrepreneurs. It's our own business, right? But at the same time, it definitely makes a big difference if you have people to kind of like tap into if you don't know something outside of your broker, right? And if you're like in these big companies or these big brokerages, sometimes those resources are not available. So I would say the three top things is, one, of course, making sure that it makes sense, as far as the resources piece of it, training piece of it, and then an environment piece of it.
Can I add to that? I love adding something. Go
for it.
And if I had to add to that, definitely to our viewers are, see, and you're, again, everybody's interviewing each other. You're interviewing the brokerage are interviewing you.
Right.
If you were speaking to that client, sister, neighbor, the last thing I think you should ask them is, will you make it a priority? Right?
You're on to something.
Because if you don't, you're going to lack, you'll be broke. And you'll really say, this ain't for me, right? If it's not a priority. And I even put it up there to family, religion, going to a doctor's appointment. They said be there at 10 o'clock, you there at 9:40, 20 minutes early. It needs to be right up there somewhere in terms of your career in real estate, because it's a very competitive field, and it's very taxing mentally.
Yeah.
So it just takes that certain. So that's why I had to add that.
No, that's definitely a great ad. Go for it.
So let me let's segue into and again we'll come back to some more real estate, because the great thing about our show is we highlight people who have a license and doing additional things, right? You just can't. You just have to make money selling license. We show you other avenues.
Right.
In this case, Miss Denisha here Danesha has a cleaning company. So tell us about Wendy Luxury Cleaning and Co. How long you've been doing it, and what sparked you to start that business?
Absolutely. So yes, Wendy's Luxury Cleaning. We have been in business for 4 years. What prompted me to start the business is that I wanted to create opportunities for my siblings initially. And then when I saw what it could do, I said, okay, I'm going to really like go into this like full thing. And then also I've always been big on like, being a step ahead. So my mindset now is like putting things in place. So when I do have children, that I can give them legacy. I can, they don't start off in poverty or things like that. So for me, just creating legacy.
I like that. Well, definitely that is the big why, right? So we're going. Can we dive into it a little bit?
Let's do it.
Because somebody may watch and say, "I don't want a real estate license. I want a cleaning company." All right. So, and you are an expert in this industry. 4 years going.
Yeah.
4 years into the business, cleaning company. I'm quite sure everybody starts off small. Where are you at with the process in terms of slew of contracts, slew of clients, or where you at with it?
Absolutely. So definitely the initial stages of opening anything in that manner, it's challenging because it's something very new, like real estate, like I was telling you. And I feel like you just really have to seek the additional tools, right? So you have the idea and the vision, great. but then what happens after that? So I would say the biggest thing that I learned initially was, having the right staff, having the right clients, having the right systems. And so that's something that I learned maybe year 3 going into year 4. So it doesn't happen right away. It's something that you build up to. But to answer your question, I do have a lot of clientele. When I initially started, I did not, because I solely focused on residential cleaning, which is, of course, cleaning someone's home. Like I said, I'm building a business, so I wanted something that was more stable. So that's why I kind of branched off to commercial cleaning, like office buildings, gyms, things like that. And I found it very lucrative for me.
Okay. If and not trying to pry too much, is it yourself cleaning, or you have a staff or a team, or what does that look like?
That's a great question. So initially when I started, I did clean, but where I'm at today, I do not clean. I actually
you the boss. Okay, right.
Big boss for sure. I systemize everything because shout out to Clean and Biz Network. I got a mentor, AJ, and he taught me how to basically systemize the business. So I have workers and everything. So I just oversee.
Okay. So to dive a little bit more, employees, or you got 1099 contracts?
I got a little bit of both. So I have 1099 primarily because clearly, you know what I mean? Like it makes sense, the numbers. I do have a few employees as far as the admin side, but that's really it.
So if somebody wanted to start a cleaning business, what is the first 3 things they should be doing?
First 3 things is, of course, get it registered, get it properly set up, like with the insurances and things like that. And then the third thing is join my mentorship program, because I walk you through everything after that point. Yeah.
Okay. We didn't know that. That was not on this paper here.
It's
mentorship program. So I didn't know that. Awesome.
Yeah.
So you teach individuals if they to get into the cleaning business from A to Z.
Correct. A to Z. Yes.
Okay. So now now I don't want you to take this the wrong way now, but it's not a bad thing, but I want to be protective of our viewers as well as our listeners, and
everybody.
Not saying yourself. I'm sorry.
No, I said everyone.
Correct. It's everyone. So, and I'm not saying you per se, but she knows a lot of programs out here. They hit you with the upsell. They only give you 30% of the information. But in order to get to the supreme package, you got to pay X. So the question is, when you said you take it from A to Z, are you very transparent and there with, are you walking with them, or is there training modules?
So I'm walking with them. I feel like, me personally, I'm a visual learner. So even watching the modules wouldn't help me. I feel like that, what is this? What does this look like? I like my clients to think for themselves, and I give them a few extra things to kind of add value. Because let's be real honest, when you're going into a business, doesn't mean you have all the knowledge you need to be a business owner.
That's right.
And so a part of my mentorship program is not just how to run a cleaning business, but how to be a business owner. You know what I mean? And I feel like that could be reading, that could be developing yourself, because it's like how I look at it is like, if your finances are not in order, how can you run a business and operate those finances?
That's
right?
it.
So I teach the full thing in that aspect, and I do hold their hands. And it is, my program is 3 months. It's only $500. Oh, I'm lying. I'm sorry. If you already have a business established, like you just started a cleaning business, you need mentorship, that's $500. But if you need help, like getting the full thing set up, I'll give you the links and everything for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna add a little more caveat to it.
Okay.
Right? If they reach out and they watching this show, do they get a discount code?
Absolutely. I'll give you everything.
Perfect.
They can use your show name, and I'll give them a discount.
You see that? Sure. You see that, people? You see that's why it's valuable to watch the show, right? Valuable because you get great guests on who can show you exactly. Look, this is what I'm doing over here. I'm doing the cleaning business. Well, thank you for that. And again, I didn't want you to feel as though that I was putting you on the spot in terms of talking.
No
but
worries.
I got to put that little hiccup out there because a while back, again, full transparency, we had someone on the show and they was, I forgot exactly what the program they were selling, but I got some feedback and it was about 30% of it. They had to hit them with the upsell later on. I'm not a fan of that,
Yeah, no, definitely. What you see is what you get, and what you put into it. Because like I said, I'll hold your hand, but I'm not chasing you to run a business. So
same thing with the real estate, huh?
Correct. Yeah.
Same format. I like that. So the fact that you said you focus on commercial, Do you ever do any residential from a past client from a real estate sale, or you don't?
So we'll
Rather
take
not.
them on special circumstances.
Special
Like I
circumstances.
said, it's just something that we kind of decided for the business. If we wanted to scale faster, that commercial would make the most sense. But we do still take on residential clients here and there, for sure.
Okay. All right. Awesome. I like that. See, again, I just really want to highlight the additional things we're doing outside of just selling a piece of property. Now, let me segue back into the real estate.
Okay.
We do know that we are in a challenging market. You agree?
I agree.
Okay, so and literally it's not one backyard, it's literally throughout the country. Rates and sellers are saying, let me hold on my property a little bit more longer versus it was a year and a half ago.
Right.
What are you seeing in terms of your backyard down in Florida? And you're in Central Florida, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What exactly are you seeing in your backyard in terms of just days on market, or properties being flipped? Like, what exactly are you seeing?
You're seeing a variety of things, honestly. But to start with, far as days on market, nowadays, properties that people usually wouldn't go for, they're going for, just because the inventory is like really limited.
Okay.
So definitely seeing a lot of that. Like, people putting things on market today could be gone by the weekend. So I would say it's a seller's market, but at the same time, that kind of just varies. In regards to flips, I know people are really big on that here in Orlando. Just, buying properties, fixing it up, and then selling it for twice as much. So
correct.
A lot of activity for sure.
Okay. And one thing I do know about that market there is it's real big on short-term rentals because of the international attraction of Universal Studios and Disney World and all that good. So a lot of tourism heavy there, huh?
Yes, big time.
big time. But do they usually, I know they there probably just for them things I just mentioned or for some other kind of visit, but do clients usually end up staying, interested in buying?
Honestly, nowadays you see people from New York moving over here. Like,
that's right.
Because price points are a lot better here. Like, you're getting more bang for your buck here. Right. Affordable. Correct. For sure. So I feel like I see a lot of people who are, have vacation properties here who are actually relocating here. So, yeah.
Got you. Exactly. Yeah, that market is, like I said, I know it's kind of steaming hot a little bit.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something here. Do you have a particular client that you prefer to work on? Investors, first-time home buyers, sellers, and some people just, because some people like, I don't want sellers. I want to work only with buyers. You got a particular choice you work with?
Honestly, I'm prefer? Like, I just want to serve. I find, even the clients that's not ready, because I come across some clients who don't have the credit or don't have the income or whatever. And it's like, instead of like saying, okay, well, I can't help you, goodbye. I build a plan with them. We basically work on strategies that we can actually get them to that next step. And I think they value that more. So I'm open to any type of client.
I like that, because I was going to ask you, what do you do with the leads that's cold? Because it's easy for us to say, no, it ain't ready. Credit score is 500. Right. They just signed a year lease. I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But when you run into them at bingo, you still take care of them.
Because people want to be taken care of. And I feel like that's how you build that relationship piece. Because, real estate is about relationships. Right. And so for me, it's like, I can't help you today, but I can definitely help you in the future. And I think people value that more.
Exactly. And that's actually one of the keys in real estate, because we can forget about people. We get so busy doing something else. And then when you run into them in the Publix, oh yeah, I brought a house. But you
didn't think about
so what
me.
Can you say? You forgot about them, right?
Right.
What can you say, right? I got another question I want to ask you here. This is a little different. It still relates to real estate.
Okay.
And I ask every guest of color.
Okay.
Discrimination. A little subtle racism, a little subtle of whatever that looks like. That's not equal. Have you short-term real estate, or you just having your business in itself? Have you experienced that, having the business, and how did you deal with that?
That's a great question. I haven't encountered nothing crazy. Just because I treat people how I want to be treated, and most of the time they treat me how they want to be treated. So I don't know.
Nice. Okay. Now that's a
Yeah.
fair assessment, because I've had other guests say, "Oh, what? I'm glad you asked," and they was ready to roll. Right.
Right.
Right. So
I guess it
yeah,
just depends on who you're having conversations with. But I mean, for the most part,
exactly.
people are
Mhm.
nice because I'm nice to
People are
them.
nice. Okay.
Are you looking to join a winning team? Join us as a broker and receive high-level training, mentorship, and an awesome commission structure. If you're interested, visit www.theheadleygroup.com or call us at 336-904-6212. We look forward to partnering with you.
Yeah, I see what you were saying in terms of. I forgot exactly what we was talking about. Hey, listen, we keep it real on our show. Listen, we just had a pause, right?
Yeah.
It just went out, and now we are back. That's right. We keep it real on our show. We are back
Yes.
with Miss Denisha.
Like we never left.
Like we never left. What is the plans for yourself being a real estate professional, or Wendy Luxuries and Cleaning Co.? What exactly is the ultimate plan?
Got it. Real estate, really just build up my portfolio. Of course, for myself, for my kids, wealth, and all that. And then, of course, continue to serve clients. So, like, continue to help people become homeowners. And then the second thing, far as Wendy's Luxury Cleaning goes, continue to expand. My goal is to be in all the states. And also Wendy's Luxury Cleaning is also starting a group home under its umbrella. So, those things are in store for sure. Thank you.
Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome right there. Listen, that's the beauty about transitioning, doing multiple things and not being stuck in one particular box. But I like the fact that you had actually the cleaning company first and you leveraged that to get the real estate business and continue to do other things, which we really, really encourage people, our viewers, to definitely do, because again, ultimately what she said is she's building legacy, long-term wealth. Correct?
Correct.
Danesha, we ask every guest on our show for 2 golden nuggets. Whether it be a script, a quote, a book, or anything that's inspiring to you. Go ahead and go.
So does it have to be those things, or can it just be
No, it can be anything that you find inspirational.
I would say, like, don't count yourself out. Like, if you feel like you can do something, definitely go for it. Even with all the no's that will come along with it, still push, because eventually it would turn into a yes and you'll get where you want to be. 2, I would say, is stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Nice.
I know a lot of times people try to, like, oh, I got time, keep delaying things. And it's like, if you get it done now, you don't have to think about it later. So for me, I started being an entrepreneur when I was 21, realistically. And then from that point to now, like, grown so much as a person, grown so much as a business. So, I would say that. And then the last thing I would leave you with is invest into yourself. So invest into mentorship, invest into your resources, like, all that stuff plays a part into, like, the longevity of it. So definitely invest for sure into yourself.
I like it. Tell you something, you really gave us some good insight, some good jewels, particularly, like I said, for the newbies into the business. Seasoned person can always gain something from this show, but people who are on that fence, want to get real estate, I want to start a business. Specifically, I want to start a cleaning company. And you've been a great asset to the viewers on that.
Yeah, the keyword is start.
Go ahead.
I mean, I meant to chime into that. The keyword is start. Like, people want to start, but it's like, how about if you did start? Like, even if you just got it registered, you know what I mean? Like, that's still far apart from some people who haven't. You know what I mean? So, like, do it now so you don't have to think about it later.
But you're right, though. So many times we want to check every box. I got to have this, got to have that, and it's great to have that, but like you said, just go, and a lot of doors will open up as you continue to move on. You agree?
Correct.
Well, listen, thanks, ladies and gents, for watching the Headley Group Real Estate Show, and with Miss Daneesha Williams here. And again, we're going to support her business. If you're in the Florida market, reach out to her, and she can, particularly the Central Florida area, she can help you sell or buy a property. Correct?
Or invest.
Or invest. That's right. See, look at I'm messing up.
It's all good. I got you.
Any last words, Miss Williams?
Thank you for having me on your show. And yeah, if you're on the fence, jump.
Oh, I like that. That was Steve Harvey wrote a book on that, right?
Something
like
that.
that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Listen, you all take care. We'll see you next time on Headley Real Estate Show. Hey, gang, I hope you really enjoyed that show. Our guests provided us some great tips and insight, and please support them on all social media platforms. And while I'm saying that, support us on all social media platforms. And don't forget, watch the entire video on YouTube. We'll see you next time.